up, everybody, and welcome back to That Damn Figure Show. I'm your host with the most, returning with another review of a Hiya Toys figure. Now, I want to, shed some light on some of the other Hiya Toys stuff. I really enjoy Hiya Toys when it comes to their, like, monsters and stuff, like the Xenomorphs and the Yautja, the Predators. I really dig that stuff. I think they really knock it out of the park with that for what it is and for the price point. But I wanted to shed some light on some of the other stuff they have here. And I'm a huge fan of RoboCop as well. So I thought it'll be fitting to do a RoboCop review. And this one is from 2014. So I would like to get into it right now. This is everything that it comes with. It comes with a nice stand. It comes with a couple of guns. It comes four different guns, and it comes with 2 extra hand pieces. Now, right off the bat, I'm just going to be very honest. I like the way the figure looks, but I am not a fan of the figure itself. I guess I guess I'm a little spoiled when it comes to Joy Toy, all the articulation and stuff like that. And I get it that he is a robot, so he's probably not going to have that much articulation. But I don't like the way the figure is. I like the way the figure looks, if that makes any sense. But before we get into checking out the figure, let's go check out the accessories. Now, one of the pluses on this is I really like the guns that it comes with, because if you're an avid collector of some of the 1/18 scale stuff, you could just give this to one of your 1/18 figures, which I did. This gun right here, I now have Rigo using it from the Terminator figure from Joy Toy. Now if you look at that, I really like how these 2 guns look. This nice and futuristic too. This looks amazing. I really like the small little details. And this, for 20 bucks, this figure is 20 bucks. And that's hella cheap, especially like it's shipping from China. So it's still hella cheap. So that I keep that in mind too. Like, the figure looks great, and it's meant to be like an action figure statue, if you will. So you just subtle posing and leave it on a thing somewhere. But I really appreciate when the figures are super articulated. So let's just get into this. Is the 2 guns it comes with. I actually attached my favorite guns to him. So let me blow that off. That was a cat hair, because my cat Hercules. Now look at the figure. Now, I don't know if you guys could argue with me here. This figure looks amazing. It just pops to me. And I think one of the luckier ones, because from what I've read on some of the groups I'm a part of on Facebook, and what I've seen trying to see YouTube videos on this guy, not all figures are equal when it comes to the sculpt. To the paint rather. So mine's looks pretty good. You can see there's some scuffing. I look at that like it's just weathering, like he just got into a fight. But I really like how mine seems to pop. The paint job looks great on mine. I don't mind it at all. It's not like the promotional pictures for it. Like, it had like that sheen blue, like the the OG over here. Like, that's how it looked in the promotional pictures, but it's not like that. It came out like this, which I don't mind. That's fine. I'm fine with that. Some people were upset about that, but I'm fine with that. But let's take a look at the guns. This is his original gun that he comes with. I also don't like the human hand. Like, I thought that was weird even in the movie. I'm like, just shoot his hand. But he comes with the the grabby hands. He comes with another grabby hands for the weapon. I love the way his left hand looks. It looks fantastic to me. I like the way it grips the gun. I also like this little futuristic Uzi type gun, and that looks good. I'm gonna just so you guys could appreciate the gun more. Look at that. That looks great, guys. And this is 20 bucks. 20 bucks. Big Bad Toy Store, if you guys are interested. That's where I got it from, and I think they have some more there. So this is where we get into it, like the articulation part. You can see I'm trying to bend it, and I did heat up this guy. I'm gonna take the gun off. I did heat this guy up, and it just didn't work for me. I think it has to do with the type of plastic they use. Like, it's like really, again, I'm a brute, so it's probably just I'm brooding through this. It's more like a it feels like it's jelly, like I could squeeze it, but I don't want to break it. But this is as far as he could go up. Well, mine's at least. If you look at right here, you could tell that he's at his limit. It seems like he could go more, but he cannot. And yeah, he could do a full, 360, but he cannot do a T pose, which I can understand how some people don't like that. It kind of bothers me a little bit too, but look, he does have this armor here, so preventing him from going, all the way, in a T position. He barely does a Y. He's more like a V, which is fine. But yeah, you guys can see what I'm talking about. It's like stiff, everything's stiff, and I kind of hesitant to take this off to show you guys, but I am. The ball joints on the wrist look weird to me. They're really, really small, smaller than what I'm used to. And it just looks very, very odd to me. So I'm gonna take it off on this hand because this one seemed to be the easiest one. So let's do that now. Just create some friction. Oh, that's really tight. Okay, look. I don't know if you guys can see, but that is really, really, really small. That is really, really, really small. Sorry, I got calluses on my hand. Jim. But yeah, you could see, look at that. It's really, really, really small. It's scary when you're manipulating, putting on one of the other hands and stuff like that. It's really, really sketchy for me. It scares me. It's not like I know the Predator stuff and the Alien stuff is not much different. Like the last video I showed, the Xenomorph from Alien Covenant, his joints are also like that. Scares the shit out of me when I'm manipulating. Hopefully they do something about that in the future. Some of the Predator stuff have thicker joints, so I don't worry about that too much with him. So let's show you. As you can see, this is the most he could split. And if you go any further than that, you're going to break him, and he's going to look like how he looked in RoboCop 2 when Kane and his gang ripped him apart. This is from the remake, obviously, but you get it. And this is as far as he can go, which is fine. His kick is fine. He could do, Sparta kick just fine. He doesn't need to be doing anything fancy. The other leg goes the same way. Now, and then I think it's just it just looks like it's a single. It's not a double jointed knee, but that's fine. He's a robot, doesn't need to be doing anything special like that. But as you can see, look how bendy it is. Like, it scares me how bendy it is. Maybe they did that for durability, so it won't break as easy. But yeah, it's a little weird to me. That looks fine. Now that I'm reviewing it like this and like thinking about how other people are gonna view this, it seems fine to me. But this was super stiff when I got it. I had to heat this up. But one of the things that I like, if you look at this little piece of plastic right here, before it was catching right here and it wouldn't go any further. Now, believe it or not, this is probably an accident, but I think that's a good thing because it stops it from going all the way up. You can leave it standing perfectly, and if you want, you could just adjust it, and then he gets, I think Awesome Action Toys calls it the Michael Jackson. Which he does. He could do that, and he could do that on this side too. See, this is exactly how mine was when I first got it. It's super stiff. It's super, super stiff. Ugh. So yeah, you could do the same thing. You just put it over the armor, and then you could have a deep, deeper. I mean, I don't know if you're gonna need that, but he goes deeper. And then of course you just unlatch it, and then he has a pretty good toe pivot. So yeah, this figure, it looks great, and for how you're gonna do it, how I think most people might do it, it's fine. But this is why I was saying before, that I really like how Hiya does their monsters, and I really wish they would work on their human figures and do them a little bit better. Skelly put out a voting thing on the community tabs where, like, if you were stuck on an island, what figure line would you like to be trapped on? I put other, and I put Hiya, specifically wishing for the human figures to get better, but for now I like the Predators and Aliens. So but now you guys see why. This is pretty much why I feel like that, because it looks great. I just feel like they could do better, but for the price point, I really can't knock them for this because it's only $20 and you get all this cool stuff. Oh, you get the stand too, which looks great. But I've been babbling way too long on this figure that I would probably give it like maybe a 7 out of 10 for this. So if you guys just stand by, we're gonna get to the size comparison. Stand by. All right, and here we are. We're gonna do the figure comparison right now, the other figures in the line, and as well as with other figures that from other lines that we have. So first, I just want to get this out the way because this is super, super nostalgic for me just to have these guys together. So this is how he's gonna look next to your Terminator from Joy Toy, which is not, it's Rigo the Risen, but screw it, that is definitely the Terminator. Why does this stand too much? All right, so yeah, that's how they look together. And of course, the crucified Predator from the movie Predators. This is the new sculpt, new mold that they're gonna be doing some of the other Predators in. And as you can see, that looks cool to me. Yeah, that looks fantastic. I'm gonna move the camera. Look how that looks, everybody. I don't know, that looks really, really cool. He's a little taller than Rigo, but I don't know, Rigo probably got this in the fight. And there you go, you could look at Crucified behind him, looking at him like, I'm gonna steal your armor, that looks good. I love the way these guys scale with each other. They look fantastic. I don't know what you guys think. You guys let me know in the comment section. I really like how this looks. This looks fantastic. Moving on, let's show you what an OG, well, not an OG, I reviewed this amongst my first video. I think this was my third video. This is figure C. I dropped his axe. Figure C from Skeleton Forces dropped his axe, so I'll just move that out of the way. And yeah, you could see here that oh, and this is another thing. This guy, the RoboCop from 2014, this seems more like closer to 1.75 scale, which I like that scale for pairing them with the Predators. And this is the 4-inch scale, and these are the 375 scale. And this is how they look. It's not that much. He's a little bigger than 375, but he's 4 inches for sure. And this is just below 4. And that's how they look together. I think it looks great, by the way. This looks fantastic. And then we're gonna have just the OG pairing up with the New Blood. And let's bring them together. And I was thinking about doing a review on this guy too, but the one I might get is the one from, even though I hated the movie RoboCop 3, I do like his battle damaged version in that film. He looks cool with the third gun, you know, the gun hand, and I don't really like the jetpack, but still might as well. But yeah, this is how they look together. Now I think Hiya nailed this guy. Like, it's for those of you who have it, I'm pretty sure you guys feel the same way. They nailed it. He doesn't need to have super crazy articulation because he wasn't like that in the movie. And for what you're gonna do, it does the job. This guy should be a little bit more articulated since he was doing all kinds of crazy shit in the movie. But yeah, and just for shits and giggles, like I always do, I'm gonna have our Hexagear Arnie. And it's just to be silly. I do like these guys with the other Predator stuff, the first wave. But yeah, this is how that looks. It looks, you know, looks fun. Looks fun. Again, I'm gonna have a whole slew of reviews on the Hexagear stuff, and like I said, Arnie's gonna be the first. Another thing, and I'll take this time to make an announcement too, is my first video, I said that I'm a fan of the 118 scale, 124 scale, as well as, you know, the monster art stuff from Godzilla. And I have a whole bunch of them, and I'm getting the new Biollante, you know, Godzilla 1989 version shortly. So that's going to be my first Godzilla review that I do. So look forward to seeing that in the future. I hope you guys are into it. But for now, I've been blabbing too much, so that's it. Please leave a like and a comment. Can't wait to show you guys more. Have some stuff from Big Bad Toy Store pending. So stay tuned for more Hiya reviews coming in the future, as well as some more Joy Toy. All right, this is your host with the most signing out. Take care.